Today's question is about angelfish aggression and fighting. It's super common for angelfish to kind of get somewhat aggressive with each other and nip at each other and lock up by their mouths, and it's what they're doing here is figuring out whose territory is whose and who's more aggressive, etc. And especially if they're trying to pair up, you're going to it's inevitable to get this aggression. So what you have to do is kind of just, there's some tricks that you can try before just splitting them up. You know, people say, oh, just split them up. You know, that's kind of harder to do. It's easier to say than do, you know, because, you know, we all don't have 20 aquariums where you can just split up fish and problem fixed. And to be frank, angelfish probably aren't going to hurt each other too much because they just don't have the mouth capacity, you know, the mouth size to really do a lot of harm. Yes, they can do some nipping, but it's really just, it's mild nipping, so it's not something you need to stress out about. But if you're really concerned about it, some things you can do is step one, what I always try to do is rearrange the tank. This kind of will give the fish a bit of a freak out because they don't know the layout anymore, you know, and it's kind of like a human walking into a room you've never been into, and all of a sudden you're not used to your surroundings, sort of say. If that doesn't work, step two, sometimes what I'll do is I'll introduce a new fish. You know, maybe I have some go-to species of fish that are pretty solid as far as getting along with pretty much any kind of fish, and are really tough when it comes to staying alive. Go with some black convicts. They really hold their own, and they're really fast, hard to catch. I have small convicts with huge Oscar fish, and they can't be killed because they're too fast and they're too witty. And the black convict is a super tough and sturdy fish, just put it that way. So, and what that does when you put it with the angelfish is it splits up their aggression, and it kind of takes their mind off of, you know, battling over territory and etc. That may or may not help. It's helped in different situations for me. It may or may not help, just to be completely honest. And step number three, you can put a divider in your tank. You can buy them online. All you do is put a divider in the tank. It's like a screen-like substance, or you can DIY it yourself. I hate tank dividers. I never go this route just because they look ugly, and I hate them. But you can do that if you want. A lot of people do that, but to be completely honest, angelfish, they're always battling and they're always nitpicking. They kind of remind me of young brothers and sisters when they they're always just pushing each other's limits, and it's just how they are. So if it were me, I'd probably just take a seat and just sit back on worrying and just let them hash it out, sort of say. And if fish are getting harmed, maybe move to next steps. So I guess that wraps up angelfish aggression. Let me know in the comment box if you guys have any tricks or any experiences, scenarios, etc. You know, because I always like hearing angelfish stories. They're kind of funny. You know, which ones fought with others and mating and etc. Alright, cool guys. By the way, this is my angel tank. 75 gallon with 6 or 7 different kinds of angels in here. I've really fallen in love with angelfish lately, and yeah, they're completely awesome. What's not to love? I even have an angelfish tattooed on me. Where is it? Right there. See it? Angelfish. That's how you know when you're a freak, when you have fish covered all over you. Alright, cool guys.